And there are a few soap stars as well known as our next guest.
Yes, Alan Fletcher, who plays Ramsay Street legend Karl Kennedy, has been at the centre of some of Neighbours' best storylines, from heated showdowns with wife Susan to a steamy affair with Izzy.
Yeah, he's celebrating 3 decades on the soap this year, and we're going to take a look back at when Dr. Karl made his first ever appearance.
Excuse me, are you thinking of buying this house?
I could be in the market, yes.
Oh, it's a great house. I used to live here.
I'll keep your recommendation in mind.
I was just saying that
Look, it's all right. Apparently, Mr. Philip Martin has the keys. He lives at 26, I believe.
Yeah, he does. But it's not a good time to go over there. There's been a death in the family.
Oh. You don't have any keys, do you?
No, I don't. But I can get him off him and give you a call if you want.
Oh, that's a bit inconvenient. Perhaps I should just forget the whole thing.
Can you imagine if he'd forgotten the whole thing? Never.
All like yesterday.
Thrilled that Alan Fletcher is here with us this morning. Good morning, Alan.
Hi,
Great
Ben.
to have
Hi,
you here.
Kat. Great to be here.
What's it like? I mean, those moments when you look back over 30 years and that first on the street.
Well, the interesting thing is that Dr. Karl doesn't exist anymore, in a way, because your character evolves over time. I mean, look at me now. Look at that head of hair I have. So he was very stern, very, very abrupt.
He was.
A big disciplinarian of the kids and everything. And he's mellowed over the years. The kids have grown up, of course, and he's become, in a way, the duffer. You know, for Susan sort of always going, oh, Karl, you're hopeless. And, he's become a bit of a figure of fun.
Has he become like the Harold Bishop of when we were watching, you know, Harold was always there as a sort of playing his tuba and flapping about and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I think he has a little bit. But also the joy of playing Karl is that he at one moment he'll be in the hospital saving a life, doing something really serious and dramatic, and then the next minute he'll be doing something completely stupid, you know, in his lycra. So he's a joy to play for that reason.
What have been some of your favourite storylines? Because you've had some amazing ones and actually featured people like Julian Clary was on the show,
Yes.
Michael Parkinson was on the show.
Well, that particular episodes, they were shot in London.
Yeah.
And they do remain my favourite. Susan and Karl remarried on the Thames.
Yes.
And Izzy Hoyland, who was pregnant with Karl's child, although he didn't know that, turned up and had the baby right there and then. And then Susan found out it was Karl's child. So complicated.
I'm with you still.
I mean, and Neil Morrissey's officiating.
That's right, yeah.
Hilarious.
Emma Bunton found Karl's lost ring when he dropped a bus.
I mean...
it was delightful to do, and it was a bit of a wonderful thing to do, to pay homage to our UK audience and just say thank you so much for the support you've given us.
Yeah, because it's never ending, actually. I mean, we all thought that Neighbours, that was it. It was going to be done. And then Amazon swoop in and take over again. What was that like to hear that news?
It was just extraordinary. I mean, for me, it was done and dusted. I was so sad for the fans. I got so much feedback. You know, people were gutted. 5.5 million people watched the last episode here. Wow. You know, and you go, Amazon saw that. The fans saved Neighbours because Amazon said, this is crazy. It's an incredibly popular show, and it still is. It's #1 on Amazon here, and I think it'll go forever.
And you've got a 40th anniversary coming up soon. Can you give us any insights?
I wish I could. Honestly, I haven't even seen the scripts
You've not seen the scripts yet?
No, they keep this stuff very close to their chest. But Jason Herbison, our executive producer, he created the very final episode of Neighbours when it went off air originally. He's a brilliant writer and he knows Neighbours like the back of his hand. So you can be sure, with his guidance, that 40th anniversary episode is going to be spectacular.
I mean, you've got a lot to go with because that final episode, so many people came back and we were all saying fond farewells. I mean, when you go 40th anniversary, no, it's like, you know, crying wolf. No one's going to come back again. They'll be like that. No, we've done this once.
Yeah.
He'll deliver.
He'll deliver without a question. And the great thing about Neighbours too is it is very much a family, and we have always got characters from the past coming back and rejoining the show. Sky Mangle popped in the other day,
amazing.
you know, things like that. So, I mean, we know that Toadie, of course, you've spoken to Toadie.
Yeah, we had Ryan on.
Week.
And he's off doing some directing and stuff, but he will still pop in, I'm sure.
And what's so great is you can combine Neighbours with also with your music career as well.
Yes.
Because you're about to go on tour.
I am. I'm touring here in the UK. From the 11th, we start in London at the Balham and the Bedford in Balham and all over the country. Penzance, Aberdeen, We're going to play the Cavern Club in Liverpool.
Are you?
Can't
Are you
wait.
really?
Yes.
Beatles?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Going right across to Norfolk. So we're everywhere. And I hope people come out and see us. 20 shows. It's the last music tour I did last year was very successful. This one's actually selling even better. So.
Amazing. I have a sense, though, if the name of the tour is For the Love of Lager, it's going to go down very well with your British fans.
Thank you. Yeah, the Love of Lager is my song about the fact that I find it very frustrating that I can't get a crisp, clean lager in a lot of places. You go in, there's boutique beers everywhere.
There is loads, isn't there?
So it's obviously a comedic take on that, and fans adore it. So.
But you know what? It is that thing when you're sitting there on the sofa, you're so twinkly and you do have a great sense of humour, and that comes through in the music too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I don't take myself too seriously.
No.
And I think it's important as an artist to sit back and just have fun with your audience. You know? Surprise them too.
Yeah,
Just
and your wife's on tour with you too.
My beautiful wife plays keyboards and she sings with me, and in fact she's become a bit of a star.
Really?
Because the fans actually give her a bigger welcome when she comes up and sings than they give me.
She gets a bigger cheer.
Yes.
Alan. So you start when are you starting? Remind us when you're starting.
We start July 11 at the Bedford in Balham in London, and we finish just after Kendal Calling Festival. We're doing that festival with Noel Gallagher fronting. So I don't think I'll get to meet Noel, but...
They headlining up there. Is it the Lake District?
The Lake District, beautiful, big festival.
That's where the Kendal mint cake comes from. Have you ever had any Kendal mint cake?
No.
Oh, you've got to try some Kendal mint cake. It's the best thing in the world.
Okay.
You will never taste anything more sweet and beautiful.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to the scones in down at Penzance.
Yes, yeah. There's lots to enjoy. Great to see you, Alan. Thank you for coming.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you. Alan's UK and Ireland tour for the Love of Lager starts this Thursday, 11th of July. Tickets are on sale.
Honestly, it's like it's been created by